Hi everybody and welcome back to Alistair Davies Golf. I'm here today at the Forest of Arden where I'm based, filming you a short clip on how to stop sliding through the golf ball. Now just to be clear what a slide is, when we start our downswing, a slide would be too much excessive lateral movement with our hips towards target, so the lead side. Now for sure we want some lateral shift. I'd probably say you want about 2 to 3 inches of lateral shift if we can towards target, and then the hips are going to have to start rotating, and as the left leg starts to straighten, the hips will start to raise as well a little bit, so we start to extend through our body. But what a lot of good players suffer with is too much lateral slide, where the left knee might even get outside the feet too much, become too bent, and the legs will come here and then the upper body starts to laterally flex back, or hang back as I would call it in simple terms. So a lot of good players will suffer with this. The consequence of this would be big block shots, big hook shots, and really extreme examples would be flats and thins. But generally as they get this move on the go, as they start to slide too much, then what would happen is they'd laterally flex back here and the club would start to travel too much from the inside to the outside, and you'd have to use your hands an awful lot to recover. So the slice of this world kind of need more of this action in the golf swing generally, right, as a generalization. But the good players in this world generally need less of this action, and we need to rotate better, and we need to rotate more on the spot, if you like. Now we still want lateral movement. Okay, I still want you to move your center of pressure towards the lead side. I still want you to transfer your weight. This is for the guys that overslide to that left side. So how can you tell if you overslide? Well, a simple way of looking at it would be to just use your golf bag, okay? If you put your golf bag just next to you here and put your left knee quite close to it and made a golf swing, and if you felt you bumped into this too harsh, then you'd be oversliding. So one of the drills you can actually do is hit golf balls with your golf bag there, or an alignment rod if you prefer that. So let's just get this golf bag in the right kind of situation. So if I went to hit now just a little half shot, okay, I just need to move that back a touch. If I went to hit now a little half shot, I'd want to be able to rotate without hitting the bag if I could. And we'd want to build up the full shots also. The second drill, exercise or practice regime you could do to help this slide is to do what I call a staggered stance. So if you took your stance and then moved your right foot forward slightly and your left foot back slightly, so the toe of this was kind of opposite the heel or the ankle on your right foot. Now this staggered stance makes it very difficult to slide. You still can slide, but it makes it more difficult. And I want you to feel then when you swing down, you rotate as much as you can and clear these hips if you like. So let's just try one of those. That was a pretty sweet shot. So that was a nice feel for me. It helped me get out of the way quite nicely, which is a good feel for a better player generally. The other things you would feel as a concept would be, as we're swinging down, you might feel, if you're struggling with the slide, you might feel that you try and rotate almost more towards your back foot. You almost feel like your tailbone stays very centered rather than moving forward. Now this would be a feel and a concept I'd only give to people that overslide, because I do want the tailbone to go to the left leg with all golfers. But again, sometimes you have to work on opposites with players. If a player is overdoing something, you sometimes have to give him more of the other to get the right thing in the middle. So if you slide too much and you want to reduce your slide and you hook and get the big block shot and you're a good player and drop the club on the inside and you really struggle with that, let's have a go with these two drills and the concept of trying to rotate better, and even the practice swings where we'd feel the club kind of feel like it comes more over and the hips go more back. Those feels are good for the kind of hookers of the world out there. So hope you've enjoyed this video on the slide. If you have, please hit like down below. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so. I've got regular content coming every single week. I welcome you to post comments, especially on anything you want me to cover in the future for future videos. Love to get back to you with a video on your concerns and what you'd like to hear. And thanks for watching.